End times. In the Holy Bible, we read about the great signs, the wonders, events that occur, the confusion among its people, the fear, the uncertainty, and the great distress. Nations collapse, the sun turns to black, and men's hearts fail. Are we not living in the end times today? 2020 is shaped up to be a wild year. Raging fires, shaking ground all across the world. A virulent virus locking down the planet. We see nations in distress, people's faces covered in fear in their eyes. But what do we have to fear? Nations rise and they fall. Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome, now the West. As we read of 10 horns in the book of Revelation in Daniel, we see the United Nations unite and govern in 10 of their own regions. Who will be the 11th? Is the little horn with us now? Who is this pompous man? We see men begin to merge with machines, promise us the singularity, a new humanity where man is merged and becomes God. We see tyranny worldwide. Not a single event, but a confluence of actions that have led to the confinement of millions of people around the world. Shut down, locked up. When was the last time a kidnapper released his prisoner? And once your rights have been taken away, will they ever be given back? They just introduced a brand new bill, H.R. 6666, the 116th Congress, a contact tracing program to track you, to triangulate your every movement, to keep you safe, of course. I keep hearing that. Stay safe. From what? That statement is not only idiotic, but incredibly condescending and negative. Stay safe? That's like telling me to stay safe from getting in a car crash or falling down a pothole today. It only proves the brainwashing, the fear-mongering, and the conditioning of the broad public to fear each other and everything. Global solution. One world plan. Notice we are not seeing much national patriotism anymore. No real American flags, but only commercials on TV in a constant loop, pitching. We're all in this together. And this is a global problem. Thus, we all need a global solution. Problem, reaction, solution. They call this the Hegelian dialectic, and it's a perfect setup. But for what? What's the end game? In China, all of its citizens are tracked, marked like beasts. Social credit scores approve or disapprove of their freedom to travel, to take out a mortgage, to use a train, to attend a church. Notice all of these bailouts lately come with a catch. Restrictions and conditions. What happens, for example, when a church takes a PPE loan? What kind of tyranny will they have to abide by? What new rules? Mandatory contact tracing? Immunity passports? After all, whoever takes the money, whether or not this is Fortune 500 companies, schools, large corporations, and industries, they will all have to follow this new legislation or pay a penalty. An orchestrated plan, a predictable outcome, a series of very dark events, a shot heard around the world, a warning to all of God's people, shot across the bow to prepare. How long will the window of opportunity last? How many months before the next, the second, or the third, or the fourth wave? In 1918, it was the second wave that had the most impact, not the first. Why did they lay all this critical infrastructure, spend all this money, build all these hospitals if they didn't plan on using it? You really think they were just going to open up the economy like nothing happened and it's back to baseball games and Cracker Jacks? Trump is in a rock and a hard place. If he doesn't open up the economy soon, everything collapses. He won't get votes in the coming election, and he won't win. If he opens it too soon, like he's doing now, conditionally, and the second wave comes and it's bad, then it's going to be on his head. So, what does he do? What would you do? Whoever would have thought America would be conquered by a virus? No congregating at your churches, no forming militias, fear your neighbor, no going to school for your children, no voting in public. What else will they take away? Non-essential businesses stay closed. They talk of immunity passports, vaccines, and bills like H.R. 6666. A total economic collapse and meltdown persists on the horizon. The sun is darkened. Rome burns. Stars fall from the sky, and the earth shakes. With perplexity, the seas and the wind rage. Man sits at the end of the abyss, at the behest of a great storm, a typhoon of wonder before the glory of our King reigns.